I've been working for Emerson for 33 years and I'm a machinist. What I'm getting ready to do is to program my blueprint onto the CNC, which is basically pretty simple with this machine because this is a conversational machine. What I mean by that is it basically asks you questions and you fill in the blanks, like it'll say what's the OD size and you just punch in the OD size and then when you get it all done, you have another program on here that'll show you the tool path and where you can look and see exactly what your part's going to look like and you can kind of like proof do it before you actually cut it.
This piece right here is a Cavitrol 4 cage. We've put in probably 200 plus hours. Starting with the lathe work, first thing you gotta start with is roughing out this pretty long hole. So after that, we'll take it over to a manual lathe, start turning all these grooves. And then after we get a finished dimension outline of the OD, we'll take it over to our CNC mill, start drilling each one of these different patterns. Each pattern you have to drill about 3 times, spotting it once, drilling a smaller hole all the way through, and then drilling a bigger hole. These holes are pocket build. They use a little end mill, and it actually cuts out a circle. And then after all that process is done, we send it outside to get the ID ground, so it has a nice finish.
Being a machinist is a trade that you can go anywhere in the entire known world and do. And it's also a trade that's fallen to the wayside as far as popularity, especially with the conventional machining, rather. The CNC machines are sort of taken over, but there will always be a need for conventional machinists. And just like with any industry, the more you know, the better off you are and the company you work for, because you both benefit from it. Coming in as being a machinist, there's really not, many better places to learn it because the amount of variety of stuff you do here. I mean, you see the machines that are in the shop. I mean, you don't just learn one machine, you learn them all. So that's a very big plus.
Yeah, I just gotta make about a ½ an inch groove into it, so it's gonna be a couple passes because the stainless is a little hard. So I can't just take it all off like I want to because I'll be done quicker. So, but that's what I'm doing right now. The machine in the bonnet that goes to the bigger body, they're separate pieces. So, it started out a rock casting, and I pretty much like to rough them out myself, and then I go back ahead and just finish them all up, polish it, make it look nice.
What we're doing now, we're center drilling the top of the disc. After we get done completing the disc, we'll have to drill some pinholes in it to hold the shafts in it.
Creating something out of piece of raw material where you can take it and you carve that engineering drawings and you can copy that right into that raw material, and at the end of the day you get that finished product.
I'm lead machinist here. That means I have many responsibilities. It's from reviewing the paperwork when it first comes out, talking to engineers, talking to the various machinists and issuing them jobs. The really interesting part is the troubleshooting. It's not only do I have my own issues to deal with, but I help all the machinists deal with their issues.
Safety is number one. They have safety meetings every day. They have a safety card that you fill out, and anything unsafe, it doesn't have to be negative. It could also be a good thing. You write it in, turn it in.
Besides some of the basic training of safety and procedures specific for each product, recently I've been asked to go to some leadership training.
It's pretty much getting dirty and learning, and it's a challenge every day, so it's great. Love it.
Machining is more math than muscle. It has a misconception of being, it's just you're a worker. Well, no, it's much more challenging than that.
Some of the stuff you have to do is really difficult. I mean, I'm an entry-level machinist, but some of the stuff they always challenge you and push you to try to do a harder part, and it's great. That's the biggest challenge, is trying not to mess it up when they give you something that's real challenging.